Whilst all the glory goes to Grand Champs, Pros and Freestylers, they make up an extreme minority. And for every player that can hit a ceiling shot triple flip reset into musty flick double tap, there is hundreds of others who just struggle to hit an aerial. So this led me to decide that instead of giving tutorials on the flashy mechanics, i.e. flip reset, ceiling shots and air dribbles, I will focus on what you lower level players are crying out for, the basics. No more brainwashing you with the idea that flip resets will help you win games and achieve Grand Champ, because it is solid and consistent mastery of the basics that will get you there. So, as a continuation of my new series, The 6 Staples of Rocket League, I formally welcome you all to 6 mechanics that new and lower level players must master. Before the video starts, I have a few announcements to make and things to go through, so if you're not interested, skip to the time that is on screen now. Firstly, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all of you who've showed interest and support with the channel. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have given up already. I will always remember you as my first few hundred subscribers, so thank you again. Additionally, I've created a Twitter account, so be sure to jump on and follow that, because I will post every time I upload and will engage with you all. I've also made a Discord server for those who are interested, where I'll answer your questions, chat with you, and you can submit ideas for videos and challenges. The links to both of these are in the description, so be sure to check them both out. Secondly, I start university in about 2 weeks, so that will begin to take up a lot of my time, meaning that I won't be able to upload every 2 days as I've been trying to do recently. I will still aim to get new videos out at least twice a week, and I can assure you the quality will not drop. Lastly, as always, be sure to subscribe, it's free, so why not? And you can also turn on notifications to be alerted for my future uploads. Now, back to the core of the video, and that is the essential mechanics for new and lower level players. Most likely if you're watching this video, you've decided that you want to improve and climb the rank ladder. So, hopefully I can give you some clarity as to what you need to work on and what you should leave for now. Whilst these mechanics aren't essential, these are arguably the most important and make the biggest difference when it comes to rapid improvement, and mastering simply one of them can result in multiple rank increases. Okay, that's more talking than I usually do, so you're probably telling me to shut up and get on with it, so let's begin. The first mechanic I would highly recommend you start working on is perfecting your power slides. This includes both when you have the ball and when you don't. Firstly, when you don't have the ball and you're on defense or making a sharp turn, there are different levels of power slide. If you don't need to make an abrupt turn but need to turn sharper than the car's average turning circle, just feather the power slide button and it will slightly decrease the turning circle whilst not sacrificing any speed or momentum. If you need to make a sudden or sharp turn, this is where practice is needed. There is a fine line between holding power slide for too long and not holding it for long enough. Go into free play and practice doing 180-degree turns around the ball and try to stop in the center of it. And soon enough you will gain the muscle memory and you will never find yourself doing large donuts around the ball again. Moving on to mechanic number 2, which coincides with power sliding, and that is dribbling. Whilst many will opt for the more flashy air dribbles as their go-to method of scoring, dribbles are arguably one of the highest percentage plays there is. You should first learn to bounce dribble the ball and cut it, which can be done to increased effect if you power slide while cutting into it. It also gives you clear vision of your opponent, so when you see him challenging, simply cut the ball past him. To practice, use the pack Dribble Flick Playground or just go into free play, and your control will improve in no time. At lower ranks, this works a treat, so if you want to rank up, learn this ASAP. The next mechanic is pretty well known, but many don't associate it into ranks such as High Gold and Platinum. Even some Diamonds and Champs still can't do it. So take the time to learn how to half flip. It is actually one of the easiest things to learn, especially if you do it in this way. So, you must bind air roll left to square, or there is no point continuing with it if you don't. Once you do this, it is a very simple 2-step move. Firstly, start backflipping, but midway through the backflip, push back the opposite way to cancel it, and you should land on your roof. Once you can do that, simply press square when you cancel the flip, and you should be able to half flip. It's as simple as that. Like the last mechanic, this one is also very common, but the earlier you can do it, the better. You must learn how to fast aerial if you want to be able to reach higher ranks. So, if you learn it now, you'll set yourself up nicely. If you're not convinced, here is a comparison of 3 types of aerials: standard single jump aerials, double jump aerials, and fast aerials. And you know what the best thing is? The fast aerial uses the least amount of boost, so you can see why it's so important. Like half flips, it is very simple to learn. To do it, You must tap jump once and then pull back on the analog stick and then tap jump again. You are able to boost the whole way through it, and the only thing to make sure of is that you are not moving the stick when you jump, or you will backflip. Something I've done way too many times. These next two mechanics are very similar, but I will focus on them separately. At number 5 we have power hits. These are incredibly underrated and can get you out of tight situations at almost any rank, not just lower ones. The best way to get a power hit is to touch it on the half volley, or just after the ball has bounced as its momentum is going upwards. You can practice this in basic goalie training or in free play. It's really not that hard to master, just takes a bit to find the sweet spot. The sixth and final mechanic, similar to number 5, is wall hits. In lower ranks, it's like somehow they've implemented the floor is lava challenge into it, but instead it's the wall is lava, because no one goes near the wall. If the ball rolls up the wall and you are able to get a clean hit on it, you will outplay your opponents the majority of times. Use training packs such as getting good on the wall or practice on ceiling shot packs and just hit it off the wall. I know how tempting it can be to try ceiling shots, but honestly, just leave it for now. You will only discourage yourself as you realize how far you have to go. One step at a time, bronzes. And that finishes off the 6 mechanics lower level players must master. Hopefully you all found something useful that you previously didn't know, and even if you're in a higher rank, just ensuring that you do all of these things. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel going forward. We've had a lot of recent growth in such a short time, so I appreciate each and every one of you. Other than that, I hope you have a spectacular day. Cheers.